Hey, Jeff Fedordo from Earthwalker. I'm gonna build a willow dome bivy type structure. I've got it in my head. It's a really simple design. It'll just take a little bit of time. I'm gonna walk you through it. Willow is an awesome resource to work with. You can make all kinds of tools and even shelter out of it. So stay tuned, let me show you how it's done. So willow is something that grows really fast and plentiful in this area, but still I like to be conscientious and not over harvest an area. I'm always grateful for what I harvest. The cool thing about willow is it's easy to lay in a knife, put a simple bend in it, and split it right off. The other cool thing about willow is that if I don't have cordage, I can use this bark as cordage. Makes fantastic cordage, especially when it's wet. You can even store it, wrap it up, and then soak it when you want to use it again. So the first step I've made here is finding an optimal location. I love this place because I know water's right there. Water is an essential element to survival. There's also fish and resources there, potential calories. There's lots of firewood around this area. And I'm also benefiting from the canopy of this willow by constructing something underneath it. It's just that much more thermoregulation, keep the elements off me. So the first step is I chose this area, kind of a depression. I'm gonna clean it up by digging some of it out, making more living space for the structure, and just kind of clean up around the area. That's step one. Simple flat stone like this can be a great mechanical advantage, better than just digging with the hands. This willow is soaked overnight. The reason I soak it is so it's not only more flexible, but the willow bark can be used as cordage. It's more pliable when you soak it. You want some nice long strands like that. And this is very bendy. We can do an overhand knot, a few overhand knots, and it'll dry really solid. This will help drive in those stakes. So with the willow bark, I'm going to begin to wrap down some of the framework. just that willow bark and staking it down into the earth has created substantial strength. Just for good measure, and because I've already harvested all the willow, I'm going to keep going and weave in even a stronger structure. So now that I've got the shelter to this point, I could do one of two things. I could continue to weave in more of these willow pieces, eventually getting lots of bundles of biomass and layering it in on top of it to create insulation, and then more debris on top of that, so it'd be more of a debris shelter. That would be cover and insulation. I could do that. It would take a considerable amount of more calories and time. If I have available to me some kind of tarp shelter, this would lay in perfectly. It would be a very sturdy framework for a tarp right on top. So I'm just going to keep weaving in and using my resources that I've harvested and see how it goes.